Welcome everybody to the first week of March of 2020. It's amazing how fast this year is going. And today we're going to go over market trends, what to expect, what we're going to see, where do we think we're going? Is the coronavirus really starting to take an impact in our area? And so we'll go over that momentarily. First, a little bit of bookkeeping, as they say. Hey, make sure that you post up in the corner any questions that you have. Share this link with anybody you like. Give us a big heart if you like the information. And if there's anything that you want to know, no strings attached, just let us know. Just go ahead and post it up on the board. You can email me. You can even give us a call. So any information you need regarding real estate, mortgages, things like that, trends, we're here for you. If you need a contractor, you're going to do a kitchen remodel, you want to do a bathroom update, you want to do things like that to basically kind of update your home, give it that nice appeal again. Hey, bpcontractors.com, go take a look at it. They're vetted contractors. It's a free service, no login. You just get some great service, best pricing. The key is you got to let them know we sent you, because otherwise they're not going to know that where you came from. So they don't know to give you that discount that we get with them. Anyway, so with that, let's get on to the market. So currently, what we're going to look at is the Northwest MLS as a whole, but I'm only going to look at residential homes. I don't combine residential and condo and vacant land and manufactured homes in one package because it's not very accurate. So this way, we're just going to look at single family homes. So total number of active homes actually went down year over year by 31.7%. However, it only went down 2% month over month. So you might remember from 2 weeks ago where we did a quick market update on the coronavirus and is it affecting the real estate market? We aren't seeing a huge impact, like negligible, because our days on market last year was 4.1% higher, because we're only at 47 days. We were at almost 55 days this time last year. That's pretty good, all things considered, because remember, the Northwest MLS goes all the way from the Canadian border up by Bellingham down to the Tri-Cities, and then, of course, Chelan and Wenatchee. It's a massive area. And all those areas combined, when we bring it back down again, and of course the peninsula, don't forget those guys, when you bring that back into play, that's actually pretty awesome. That's a huge drop, all things considered. Now, when we talk about the pending and the sold, this is kind of a big deal because we're up year over year as far as pending sales. That means that more buyers and sellers are agreeing on terms for a price of a home 30% more than they were last year. That's pretty cool. Now, month over month, 20.9% is how it ended up balancing out. The really cool thing is these two are many times tied together, because the reason that we're dropping in market days is because we are putting more homes under contract, more mutual acceptance between buyers and sellers, which again, even though year over year we're only 5.3% lower, technically, we're still almost a 0.5% higher than last month. And last month was crazy. Remember that? We had double-digit sales and whatnot. It was insane. All right. So when we take a look at that, really at the end of the day, the absorption rate is 1.5 months of inventory. Okay? That's really low because now remember, a healthy market is said to have 4 to 6 months of inventory to be in balance. And we're at 1.5. So the answer is yes, we are back into a seller's market. Yes, we are seeing multiple offers. No, people are not stopping looking at homes. Why? Again, our historic mortgage rates are down to 3.25 on 30-year financing, par pricing. That's insane. That is just, to me, it's almost mind-boggling, because when I bought my first house, it was 9.5%. And I thought that was crazy high when people that I know talked about the 13, 14, 15% mortgages and whatnot. Crazy, crazy times. This, insanely cheap. Hence, That's where the buyers are coming out into the market. They're coming out in droves. During an open house yesterday, which was a Friday, during the rain, we had 25 couples come out to a house. It was unbelievable. And we are seeing more and more and more people come to the homes. Yes, they're being safe with the coronavirus and, with the sad state of events, with some deaths and whatnot, which my condolences to all of the families out there. That is extremely heartbreaking. And if there's anything we can do to help ease that pain, we're here for you guys. I know there's probably not a lot, but our hearts go out to you. Anyway, with that, we still saw a ton of people. Now, granted, they were separate, right? Not a lot of people clustering around. They kind of took their little corner. But the point is that we saw a bunch of people out there. And we're expecting it this weekend also. So keep that in mind and make sure you be safe out there. All right. Let's take a look at two other areas. We're going to take a look at the Seattle metro area, and we're going to take a look at the east side. So year over year, Seattle went down 34%. Month over month, though, it went up 11.6%. So we're seeing that adjustment. We're seeing that upward trend. Days on market here also down 7.3%, down to 38 days, which again, we're seeing a bump in activity as far as pending sales, both month over month and year over year. Now, solds, again, like on the Northwest MLS side as a whole, just look at Seattle metro areas, it's only down 8%, but up 4.6%. So we're seeing that shift where buyers are coming out, we're getting more homes sold as we are basically kind of moving into what we have done, we have moved definitely into our spring market. Now, months of inventory is at 1.1 months of inventory. That again is lower than the Northwest MLS area as a whole, and they're struggling for inventory, including new construction. On the east side, we took one of the bigger hits. So we're down as far as total inventory, down 44.7%. Month over month, our listings are up 2.5%, but we also took one of the biggest market time differences. So it's down 15%, down to only 49 days. Yes, higher than here, but we also deal with a slightly higher average price point. All right, so when we take a look at the pendant, we are actually up, again, 27%, almost 28%, and 34% month over month. Now, that's pretty good. That again is showing that we're seeing that increased activity. And yes, on the east side, we're seeing a ton of multiple offers, just like Seattle, just like Tacoma, parts of Snohomish. All of the high demand areas are seeing a big push. Sammamish started to pull back a little bit. I thought I was kind of surprised. They didn't see quite as high when we were doing for Dan and Kathy out in Sammamish as they're evaluating a timeline. They're looking at it and saying, is now a good time? And they're like, well, gosh, it's still limited inventory. We're still seeing, market activity. Not as aggressive as some of the more core metro areas, but still doing very well. Their answer? Hey, interest rates are great. We're moving out of this area, so we're changing market areas. We're going to make this move. And I said, I totally agree. All right. So when we come down to the solds are down 5.2% year over year, but up 34% over last month, which is a pretty significant jump. Okay. As interest rates come down, it allows people to afford more, which allows you to be able to do more or have a lower payment, either one, right? But we have 1.4 months of inventory, more consistent with the Northwest MLS. All right, so with that goes over kind of their March numbers, both the Seattle east side, let's flip the magic board around, and of course the Northwest MLS. We got a ton of requests for different areas, whether by zip code or by neighborhood, as far as home evaluations, one we just mentioned with Dan and Kathy. If you have an area that you would like a value on to give you an idea, where is our market trending? Hey, just let me know. There's no strings attached. We'll fire off a very simple, very legible report for you to read. We'll be able to answer any questions for you, give you your trends and where we're going. Mortgage interest rates will continue to stay low until we start to see some recovery from the coronavirus or some kind of inoculation, which is going to cure it. So if you have any questions, fire them off to us. Again, no strings attached. If you're looking at wanting to do any updates to your house, bpcontractors.com is where you need to go. It's a free list of vetted contractors. In the meantime, you guys have an absolutely beautiful day, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.